Hustling dreams on the edge of a pyramid. Promises stick, but the money's flickering. Queen of karma pulling the receipts. Exposing steam, scamming beneath the sheets. Monday drops, another tale revealed. Shattered illusions, the truth gets peeled. Down lights crash, illusions fade. Pyramid toppled, no longer afraid. MLM Monday, bringing truth to the light. Karma queen dropping bombs, busting hype. From high hopes to empty envelopes, breaking chains of those MLM dopes. Glossy brochures and lavish cruise trips, hidden costs, financial eclipse. Karma queen on that investigative grind, rescue mission for folks left behind. False dreams sold on golden chains, profit for few, for others only pains. Queen of karma, savior with receipts, bringing justice, knocking them off their seats. Family and friends exploited for gain, promises shattered, now mired in pain. Karma nudges, go dive deep, free the folks from the lies they keep.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of karma.
It's night time in a kitchen just like yours. All is quiet. Or is it? The North American scam hippo is found throughout Canada and the United States. Scam hippos are very sneaky creatures and are rarely caught, but they'll defend their territory if provoked. They come out at night to search for money, attention, and new victims for their schemes. They thrive on social media, quietly filling inboxes with empty promises of financial freedom. They work around the clock, but the nests have to look very shiny and successful to lure in their prey. Scammer hippos live off of small payments, false hope, and your belief in their why.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you? Don't believe everything you see online. Research before you invest and ask questions, kind of like you just did. Protect yourself from scams and MLMs. Think critically. A message from Canadian consumers and Canada's anti-MLM movement. Stay skeptical, stay safe. If I told you that swallowing Legos cures cancer, drinking toilet water melts fat, or eating a lollipop gives you less acne, you wouldn't believe me. So why trust someone selling magic powders just because they're an influencer? Your health isn't a trend. Don't buy into nonsense disguised as wellness. Stay skeptical, stay safe.
We'll guide you. We'll protect you. We have all the answers. We are what you are seeking.
Control is not care. If you can't say no, it's not love. Cut the strings. Walk away.
My husband told me this would happen. They told me to work on our vacation. They said we were family, but when I told them I needed a break, they got mad. I just wanted to work from home. They said I'd be my own boss, but all I did was lose thousands of dollars and all my friends. MLMs take more than your money, they take your trust.
Stay skeptical, play safe, don't play their game. A message from Canadian consumers and anti-multi-level marketing movement. Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? I hope that you are all having a fabulous, amazing MLM Monday. Happy MLM Monday, everybody. Greetings, Joe. Good to see you. Yes, the scam hippo. I thought it would be fun if we started with the PSAs. It is not choppy for anyone but you, Chris. But you did scare me. You know, my internet does act up sometimes, so it usually is me. Don't you worry. It must be the Canadian bitrate exchange. You've got it. That's it. Hello, Violet. Good to see you. And Nev, good to see you as well. Thank you for letting me know. You can get Tiny Digger Condom trademark at Canadian Tire also. Yes, you can. I invested my money in a beefy breakfast burrito instead of an MLM. Yes. I think I made the right choice. You did. Way better. Way better. Yes. Those scam hippos. You got to be careful of them. So, I thought that we would do a mixture of things today. Because I keep wanting to make MLM Monday a mixture of things, and then I keep on having like one topic that I end up having to cover or I end up being busy. So today I wanted to do kind of like a mixture of things. We're going to be covering a couple topics today, and we're also going to be going through the r/anti MLM subreddit, of course. Yeah, the burrito will last longer than an MLM. That's right. So let's get into it. I don't want to make you guys wait for too long. I already made you wait through the intro and the PSAs. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about today is there has been another BG Well Sharing Limited alert. And I just want to go over it because I don't believe that we have covered it. But the Manitoba Securities Commission posted this on July 7th, 2026, and it's making the rounds now. So it says BG Well Sharing Limited, its additional business names and website addresses are not and never have been registered in Manitoba to engage in the business of trading securities or advising anyone with respect to investing in buying or selling securities. BG Well Sharing Limited claims to be operating out of Canada. You can fight fraud by checking to make sure the person and company soliciting you are registered. And you can do that by checking the CSA's National Registration Database here in Canada. Are they registered.ca? There's also one that you can use in the US that I use in the USA. So you can check even just as an investor. You at home, you can go and you can check. CSA's Investor Alert database is also a helpful tool to see if the company soliciting you has already been flagged locally or nationally. And then it says if you are in that area, please get a hold of 1-855-FRAUD-MB if you are someone that was a part of BG Well Sharing. You know? Too late, Manitoba, right? How is BG Well Sharing not shut down by now? They keep on like opening up new rebranded versions. Are they making maple syrup? Snake oil, shale oil. Sure. So yes, I wanted to bring that up because we have not covered that one yet. And what's this one? Number like 11 now? The 11th or 12th warning? Like Quebec put out a warning, Ontario, Alberta, Manitoba. We've hit up almost every single province in Canada, you know. Several of the US states, including Utah, which that one shocked me, not used to seeing that. So, yeah, Delaware, that was another one. I was like, really? So, you know, everyone is trying to warn of this thing, not just me and Danny DeHeck. So make sure that, you know, if you ever hear anyone that you know talking about BG Well Sharing, that you tell them, no, that's a big giant scam. You don't want to be a part of it. Very, very interesting that they just keep on giving out warnings. They could make more money if the professor would give a good recipe for maple syrup. I mean, at least they would have something to sell then. Right? Right now, they don't really have anything to sell. So it's kind of like, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? There's no trading. We've already proven that. So, and they keep rebranding and they splintered and, we're still covering it. We're still tracking it. So stay tuned in future. More coming. All right, without further ado, let's get to the fun part of the live stream, where we are going to go through the r/anti MLM subreddit and see what's been going on in the anti-MLM world. Foodie Beauty needs a new scooter. Maybe they could sell scooters, although there was already an MLM that sold scooters, except they didn't actually sell scooters. They just pretended to. Do you remember that one? Yeah, Danny covered that one too. That was a fun one. So I posted this on my community tab. So if you are on my community tab, then, maybe you've already seen it. But I thought it was funny and that we would open with it. Politics. Nothing will annoy your friends more than posting about me on social media. MLM scam. Hold my oils. Right. So pickleball. Pickleball has, been sponsored by Amway. And of course, the people in the anti-MLM subreddit are upset about it. I'm also upset. You know me, I get really, really fed up because almost every single Super Bowl, there's a Scientology commercial. Drives me insane. I wish that, we would stop promoting these things. But here it is. And it says, Amway will serve as the title sponsor of Major League Pickleball's MLP regular season finale in Orlando, Florida at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. The sponsorship is part of Amway's commitment to aligning with causes, events, and activities that align with its vision to advance health span. Okay. Or the amount of time an individual spends living actively and in good health. But, if you take Amway product like Thieves is actually a product. It always makes me laugh. I have to bring up Thieves. Yeah, you have to. But yeah, if you're taking Amway products, your lifespan will probably be shortened. I'm just saying. Yes, how come they didn't get Ash Mufar to sponsor it? I guess championship brackets resemble pyramids. Maybe. So yeah, it just kind of sucks to see, because it legitimizes this company now. So then they recruit more people. And then when people are like, well, I don't want to join Amway. I heard that was a pyramid scheme. They go, well, we can't be a pyramid scheme because Major League Picketball, which I'm sorry, but really? Major League Picketball? Is that because basketball wouldn't take you? It sounds a little silly, but no, it's taken seriously in a lot of places, especially Florida. So I should shut my mouth. But yeah, it legitimizes them, right? Well, they are okay with us, so, you guys should be fine with it. And it's like, no, we wish that they would shut up and stop letting you sponsor these things. So, we have some drama going over on in the Ariel MLM. You may have remembered me covering some past drama with that MLM on my channel here. You can go and check that out if you haven't seen it. But the co-CEOs of Ariel, likely still reeling from their nearly $600,000 tax bill they got last September, which holy shit, right? Find themselves once again in tax trouble. The IRS filed a tax lien for unpaid taxes from 2024. This bill was over $32,000 US, of course, as their IRS debt grows even larger. It's like, ladies, why can't we do our taxes properly? The MLM has seen departures this year of many of the top earners to a rival MLM, Make Wellness. The owner's daughter and daughter-in-law are now the company's number 1 and number 3 top earners. This latest blow will make recruitment and profitability even more challenging for the company in the future. And then here is a screenshot of the bill. So I've covered some of it up, but yeah, it's there. Over 32,000. So lots of drama going on with Ariel and Make Wellness, which is basically another It Works. Amway will schedule the regional meeting at the tournament. There will be 5,000 using breast sprays at the same time. That's right. Taxes, we don't pay no stinking taxes. Apparently not. Or at least not properly. Because, like, this should not be happening. Especially 2 years in a row. I'll give them, like, the first year that you go to file your taxes. You know, if you're a new business owner, maybe you mess it up a little bit. Something happens. I can give you grace for that. I can be like, yeah, okay. But then after that, you go, I need to go get a tax guy. I need an accountant to do this. Like, I can't be doing this myself. I fucked it up the last time. You know what I mean? Especially as a business. So how are we doing this 2 years in a row now? Like, you need to sort that out. That's not a good business decision. And when the people at the top aren't making good business decisions, then guess what? Victory with Ash should sponsor that UK rolling of the cheese down the hill. I think that's a sport because they're so cheesy. Ba-dum-bum. I love it. I love it. They can get Mr. Gouda to lead. Here we have a post that even says it's AI content right on it, which I love. Love seeing that. We need more AI slop on the internet, you know? Surgery went well. It's so colorful for such an announcement. And pink. And hey, I love pink, but I don't know if I'd want to do a surgery went well, pink sparkly poster. I'm at home recovering. Thank you to everyone who has reached out. I hope to see you all Friday for a great party. Let's fizz. It's the fizz bomb parties. Yeah, that's still a thing. Apparently. So, do pyramid scheme leaders ever learn from their mistakes? You would think that they would. That's half the problem here, yes. But it's like, come on, guys. Especially when it comes to filing taxes. It's not like, hello, you fuck it up, go get an accountant. Like, problem solved. Yeah. What the jizz? I know. Do you know what's funny is that their branding, if you go look up their actual branding, it does kind of look like jizz. And when they first came out, like the Anti MLM community was like, what is this company name? Because the branding makes it look like it says jizz. Okay, that's what it looks like. And I don't know if they've changed it. I don't know. But that was really a thing on the Anti MLM subreddit for a few days where everyone was like, yeah, whoa, what does that say? Like, they just put a picture of the brand and, like, the logo, and they were like, what does this say to you? And everyone was like, what in the... and then the poor poster had to be like, guys, it's fizz. It's fizz, I promise. They learn to be higher on the pyramid. Still some of them. You know, it's your fault anyway if you don't climb higher, as you know. Alrighty. Here we go. We have this amazing picture here of this person drinking something. Some bullshit. Anyway, it says, stories that keep us small and fearful and unwilling to open to bigger and better are belief traps. The dreaded belief trap. Because, we're the ones trapping people in belief systems. Anything tainted by a filter of limitation is not true. David Bingham. I don't know enough people. Belief trap. Is that a quote? Who's belief trap? This isn't authentic to me. Belief trap. I don't have enough time. Belief trap. No one will support me. Belief trap. I can't sell. Belief trap. It's a bitch, we get it. I tried and it didn't work. Belief trap. Let me share a couple of my beliefs. Possibilities are unlimited. I can and I will. I am not in control. God is. So of course, we have to put faith manipulation anytime we can, right? Next time you hear yourself giving yourself or someone else your perceived reason, pause and ask yourself, is that a belief trap? You will be amazed that the answer is yes. Am I in a cult? Yes. That's the belief trap. They had 100,000 men sign up until they realized it was an F. Stealing their dreams. Maybe jizz is a trickle-down system. Okay, I'll stop now. Maybe that's what she's drinking. I don't know. All right? Keep your options open. Otherwise, you're in a belief trap. Naysayers are dream assassins, right? Yep. Yeah, because they're always like, you're just trying to stop us from accomplishing our dreams. And I'm like, no, the MLM is trying to stop you. I'm saying drop them and then just go after it. All right? You don't need them. I believe in you without them. I actually believe in you more than they do. All right? And you don't owe me anything for it. You don't got to pay me a fee. You don't even have to be a member over here if you don't want to, okay? It's not mandatory, I promise. Although I would appreciate it if you guys would join the members or, send a dono or whatever you guys want to do to support. But it's not something you have to do. It's not an auto ship, okay? You don't owe me that. And that's what I try to explain to them. I'm like, see, the anti-MLM community, we don't gain anything or lose anything if you decide to join. But they all gain when you join them. So think about that. Did y'all see that we're supposed to be patiently waiting for O News 22? O News 222? Might as well be. Jesus Christ. And then we go from jizz to facial party. Because we do. So Mary Kay, you're invited to a facial party. Can't wait to read all the jokes about that one. All right. So hard to read. Join me. Oh, pamper yourself. You deserve it. Join me for a relaxing, fun, and fabulous evening of pampering, skincare, and prizes. Like, lipstick? Yay. Thursday, August 6th at 6:30 p.m. Prizes, pampering, and fun. RSVP today. I can't wait to pamper you. Glowing skin, great company, giveaways, and more. Lord. Glowing skin from all the facials. No, but seriously, why are there cats and dogs on it? That's a weird design choice. If I didn't know what Mary Kay was, I would think that this was for pets. Is that just me? I'd be very confused by this marketing. If I had no clue what Mary Kay was, had never seen the pink Cadillac, or I didn't have a friend that had been doing it for 20 years, I literally would see this and I would go, oh, they're doing a spa for your pets? And Chris wants all the facials. Just saying. They can't put snakes on the flyer. They couldn't be honest about their true animal form, so they went with puppies and kittens. I'm just like, well, anyway. It's always so pink and sparkly. Gotta love it. All right, you ready for some tea? I need a sip of my drink before we get into this. So, there is some pink zebra drama. Yes, there is. Do they have cats there? I'll go for that. Well, we did go from jizz to facials to pussies. But that would be a weird spa idea. I don't know if it would work because of the cat and dog hair. But there are places where you can just go and pet cats. I know that exists. So I don't know about a spa that has that, though. That might not be sanitary. It is Pink Day today. Think pink. A cat cafe. Yes, there are cat cafes, right? I'm not imagining that. But there's also a couple of other places that you can go to, like for therapy and things like that, similar to a cat cafe, where you just go and it's like a petting zoo, but it's like cats and dogs and stuff. But yeah, great fun. Very healing. If you don't have a pet, highly recommend. But let's get into the zebra drama. All right, we're done with the cats for now. So, have you heard all the recent drama? Here's the tea. Alrighty, so supposedly this is the last reunion, and Pink Zebra is moving to incentive trips only, Bast on Sapphire rank. So that would be interesting. Probably make people kind of upset. 2, company is not paying out yearly bonuses when promised. So they're not getting them when they're supposed to. Payout happening in September instead of July. So they were probably supposed to get paid this past July, still haven't. So they're being told, all right, September bonuses. 3, consultants continue to get harassed in a vile way from trolls. But a consultant went live yesterday saying it's actually other consultants. All fingers pointing to famous Pink Zebra Hun, Kristen Fulton. Pink Zebra, top service rep at their headquarters, is fired. Still trying to get the tea there. Please update us when you do. Pink Zebra continues to recruit trashy ladies and guys with their dollar join special. Now, I will say this. Define trashy, though. I just think we should stay away from calling people that are joining MLMs or cults trashy. You know? Just because it's $1. Like, our goal here should be to get them out of the MLMs. They're not going to want to leave and feel safe outside of the MLM if we're calling them trashy, you know? So maybe just let's not do that. Try to use other, like, what are they doing that is making you go, oh my God, these people are trashy? Because if you can tell me, like, hey, the Pink Zebra ladies are making illegal income claims, they're dressing really provocatively even, you know, like, I would accept things like that. But I don't really know what it means when you're like, trashy ladies. But I'm just saying. And rumors that Pink Zebra is moving to affiliate and will get rid of consultants up and down lines. So maybe they will try to move to the incentive trips only.
And then they will do the whole, okay, and then we're not going to have consultants anymore. Because that's usually how it goes. And then they become an affiliate group. And yes, they sell toys, fine. But does that automatically equate to them being trashy? I don't think that's fair. Do you know what I mean? So, like, if you're going to say that they're doing something wrong, just stay away from just being like, these trashy ladies. My point is, like, bring up what exactly the behavior is that they are doing so that we all understand what you're talking about. Maybe I'm just being autistic right now. I don't know, because I am. And maybe I'm not understanding some social thing that we're all supposed to understand what trashy means. I don't know. But I'm just saying it's more helpful in our plight against these MLMs and speaking out about these things if we actually list, like, what is the behavior? You know, like, making illegal income claims could be seen as trashy. Making illegal medical claims, I find that really trashy. You know, dressing provocatively, I don't really find that too trashy. You know, it kind of depends. And it depends on the situation. So it's like, you know, just because we all have different definitions of that word. And I'm always like, guys, be careful of actual bullying, though. Okay, there's a difference between telling jokes and kind of like poking and giving jabs at people to be funny, and then full on like bullying people and going after them. And I like to really draw the line and just make sure that everyone is aware of what the line is and that we do not cross the line. You know what I'm saying? It's been a good variety today. Good, I'm glad. My cats are assholes, but I love them. I wish that I was not allergic to cats like Debbie is. I'm also very allergic, like to the point where I have to take medicine if I'm going to be around a cat in the same house as them for like any longer than 10 minutes. So I really can't have a cat, but I think they're adorable. And I wish I wasn't allergic to cats and all of the stuff that's making my allergies go insane right now. My one cat came into the house today completely covered in red dust. He got a face cloth bath and now he's giving me the cold shoulder. Be like, well, then don't go in the dust again, kitty. That's your own fault. My guinea pigs have been arguing over their food today, which is kind of, they're not really arguing, they're more playing, but they kind of argue a little bit over the food. Pink elephants, even in my drinking days, I never saw them. Should we call them zebras of the evening? There you go. You're right, Beth. It doesn't speak to winning hearts and minds. That's what I mean. I would need to see some pictures before I can make an informed decision. Right. Of course, Chris. Cats are such adorable little assholes. Yes, it is true. It is true. My friends with cats are like, oh my God, this cat knocks everything down off of every single surface and is driving me nuts today. And I'm like, yeah, but it's cute. So, you know, fair trade. Mary Kay Sisters! Does anyone have any extra satin lip balms they'd like to donate to the Hunbot cheer team? We're making adorable beaded bag keychains for them. And I'm looking to see if anyone has any lying around they haven't been able to move. Bonus points if you also happen to have any travel size eye makeup removers to spare. And then as soon as these cheerleaders get those, they're going to take one look and throw them in the trash. And be like, Jesus Christ, don't ever get us anything again. Surely there's something that you could donate that would be better than lip balm, though. Right? For a cheerleading team. I didn't do cheerleading in high school. I did wrestling. Okay? The complete opposite of that. But I'm just like, surely there's something better you could give them than... I don't think cheerleaders makeup and lip balms necessarily right away. Am I weird? I don't know. Maybe. Hello, sweet. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful MLM Monday. Tiny digger condoms? I mean, depending on their age, yes. I don't know how old the cheerleaders are. I'm assuming high school or college age. So yeah, that, they won't use it if they don't got it. So here in Canada, at all of the unis and colleges and high schools, you get free access to domes. So, you can even go into the health place and just ask for them. Oftentimes, they even have bowls of them out. Even at the college I went to, they would have right outside of the healthcare place, because they had like one inside the college. I went to St. Lawrence College in Kingston, and they had like a little health unit area in there. And then like on a table in the waiting room was literally just a big giant bowl of condoms, so that you could just go in and grab however many you wanted, all for free. Just go, so it's fine. Maybe only the head cheerleader needs satin lip balm. Maybe. But imagine because then you're like, what if they like them? I hope that they're in uni, because if they're in high school, I don't want them buying any Mary Kay. A little young for MLM stuff. Although in the US, in some areas, if you're 16 and have a parent's permission, you can sign up to be an MLM boss babe. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't think that should be allowed. I miss her. I should be in Salt Lake City this weekend with my brand for the Creator Summit, but instead, I'm home. It's been a wild 12 months emotionally as a mother, but also different financially, physically, and romantically. Sitting this trip out meant not allowing the fear of missing out, FOMO, to be my driving force. Sometimes it's just not in the budget, and that's okay. Realistically, if I worked my business more over this past year, I would have been able to go. But then I would have also not been fully present for some really special things. More importantly, not able to be still and listen to what God is telling me to do now. I'm still here, and you better believe I'm ready for the bounce back. The best thing about working your home business is you can take off for a year. However you have to, then be okay with the sacrifice that comes with that. Like missing out on a really special trip. I'll be there next year, girls. I promise. Hashtag 7 years. Hashtag FOMO. Hashtag entrepreneur. Hashtag new group. Hashtag seasons. Hashtag why. If you're here for whatever chapter 7 of this looks like, drop 7 in the comments. So, this person had a baby and then didn't go on this trip. And instead of just being happy to be able to be at home with their baby, they're upset that they're not on this Salt Lake City Creator Summit. And it's funny because here in Canada, you get 12 months of maternity leave paid. You get about 80% of your pay with your AI or EI, employment insurance, I think it's called now. You get that paid. But if you're in an MLM, you're not being paid if you're not working and selling. And I've seen people literally about to push out a baby post a picture to social media of them in labor going, and I just made a sale. That's true, Nev. At least she didn't ignore her baby. Small wins. That's right. Taking time away from a cult framed as a sacrifice is wild. That's right. You're supposed to pop the kid out and go back to work the next week. Yeah, in the US, you only get a couple months from what I hear for maternity. And here you can split it up too. So like the dad can take 6 months, you can take 6 months. Usually you take the first 6 months, right? Because you give birth. So you can do that kind of thing here. This person is in the US though. I'm not sure what kind of situation or what state they're in or anything like that. I wasn't going to go that deep with it. But surely even there, a maternity leave where you're getting paid to be off to be with your baby might still be a better choice than nothing because you're in an MLM. I'm just saying. I guess there's good things and bad things about working from home. But in my opinion, all of them are bad things when it's an MLM from home. Here we have Sensi at a 4-H fair. And like, how much do you think this person has spent here? Because even if they get the discount, it's like each one of those Sensi buddies is $20 to $80. The stuffed animal things that you see, right? It's like, look at how many of them there are. This person has an entire Sensi store just set up at a fair. Probably for a small business, which again, Sensi is not. Sensi is a really large corporation, right? And then they show up at these fairs for small business owners and they take over a whole section with a store like this. Holy shit, right. I just found out the woman that runs the pub next to my Chinese is selling Sensi on Facebook today. Now I have 4 Huns to dodge. Oh no, sweet. Maybe you can slowly convince her to leave. Convince her to leave the Sensi cult. Be like, one of my friends online was also in the Sensi cult. Ask if they know that they teach to the Mormons. That does it sometimes, because some people are like, I'm not supporting that Church of LDS. And if you're like, well, you are if you're buying Sensi. So here we have a conversation. This person says, hi, so you sent me your business card after I made the post about my son being sick, and I wanted to make sure it was intended for me. Hunbot responds, good morning. Hope all is well. No, I was sending out blast text to all my friends. Let me apologize if it was sent during a time in your life when you are going through something. I just send blast text for all my friends to share if I'm unable to assist in any way. Assist with what? Well, is she gonna cure the illness with your essential oils or your supplements? Probably not. Lord. That's what he's saying. Okay, please don't do that again. I don't want to be included in any of your blast texts, which I've never heard it referred to as a blast text. So that's interesting. Blast text. All right. I'm assuming it was a Facebook post or a text to several different numbers, I guess. She tagged my cousin, and that's how I saw her post. She's coming for my family. I'm no happy. Get her, sweet. At least your family won't fall for it, though. So there's that. We have another conversation. Yes, it's commonly known as spam. Familiar group. It's 1099 income. Oh, an MLM scheme? Laugh out loud. No, thank you. Have a good day. Why do you think that? It is absolutely, with no doubt, a scammy MLM. And if you don't think that, you should further look into it. I've been licensed for 4 years. Health and life insurance is highly regulated. I worked as RN for 40 years prior in hospitals, seeing what happened to folks and families not being protected. Additionally, I don't recruit to make money, and I don't have to either. MLMs only have one product they can sell. Think Pampered Chef, which doesn't only have one. Avon, Mary Kay, Primerica. Owned and backed by Transamerica and Aegon. No pressure. Definitely yours to choose. Yeah, those are all MLMs. So, you are an MLM. Doesn't really matter if you've been licensed for 4 years, are they? Might want to look into that. Yep, you're going to have to apologize to your cousin for that, I guess, sweet. My cousin hasn't responded to her, and I gave her a heads up. I only warned to be fair. Yep. Block this person, though. Because this conversation is going to go nowhere. You'll just go back and forth. With them being like, no, we're not an MLM. I've been licensed. And then you being like, okay, but I don't want anything to do with it. And them being like, well, can you just check the link out? Like, just, okay, block. If you'd roll up your sleeves instead of rolling your eyes, this business might bless you too. Love, a recovering serial eye roller. And I couldn't have rolled my eyes harder into the back of my head right now if I fucking wanted to. What the hell, my dude? Alright, trust me, every time that we see a Hunbot post, we're rolling our eyes. Roll up your sleeves and do what? Post to Facebook that I need 5 friends? Like, what work are you doing? Stop it. Stop that right now. Some of y'all got jokes, and we do too. I'm so glad someone approached me 11 years ago. 4 seasons girls trip, Orlando network marketing. Shame on the predators that got us into this. What a scam. I mean, yeah, it is. It is a scam. And I can't say who got you in was a predator. All right, because again, I draw a line. All right, predators are people that are actively looking for victims. I don't consider the people that are in MLMs that actually truly believe that they're helping people to necessarily be a predator. Right? So I can't speak to that, but I can't say that MLMs, they're all very predatory. And there is no way to be in an MLM without eventually becoming that. Because you do have to recruit, right? And therefore, eventually, you are seeking out other people to bring them in. And so, when that's happening, unfortunately, you are being predatory. You know, some are better than others, some are worse than others. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. That's the definition. We're all serial eye rollers over here. That's right. So, buddy, hey, Jelly Snack. I'm glad you like it. Something for her to look back on when she gets out. She warned herself. That's right. That's right. Just, remember this. Remember this.
Hi, guys.
Bye, Hannah. So this here was posted up as an ad, of course, for their essential oil company. They got the black spruce here. But if you really look into the bottle, it's empty. And the funny thing about this is I couldn't help but see this and go, oh my God, that's just like when I was in It Works and they told me to keep all of the bottles of the products that I got. So I just threw out my bottle that I had of the Confianza because I don't think I'm going to be making much content with it anymore. Honestly, and I had saved it because I don't know. I was just like, oh, for marketing in future. And then after I left MLMs, I held on to everything. And I was like, I'm going to keep this just to remind myself not to ever join one of these fucking things again. And I held on to it all the way until, after I had my channel in which I have shown it to you guys. But I just threw it out. And I was like, see, they're still doing this. Where they keep empty bottles and then literally use that in their ads. I just find it funny. Because most likely used it all and then maybe can't afford to buy more. So what do? You just reuse the bottles and you pretend. You pretend. That's what some people do. There are some MLMers out there that aren't even using the products. They are literally pretending they bought it at one point and then they never used it again. They just bought one of each thing so that they could have the packaging and then fill it up with water or something, which this person probably should have at least done if they were going to do a close-up. But, this is an MLM fail, a Hunbot fail. But that's what you are told to do, too, in the MLMs as well. Like, oh, yeah, save it all for your marketing so that you can do all those posts. But there are straight-up MLMers out there. They're just faking it the whole way. And even if you see them drinking one of these alleged MLM shakes, it's not actually the shake for their MLM. They just pour it into a container that says Herbalife on it, And then they're like, oh, yummy, it's so good. I'm drinking my shake, Like the Monet Huns that buy shampoo at drugstores. Exactly. They do it too. And then they pretend, right? Like there's a lot of faking in this industry. And that's one of our issues with it is, well, you wouldn't have to fake so much if, all this stuff was allegedly as great as you claimed, But I just thought this was hilarious. So there it is. Another example. Another Hunbot fail. Yeah, it's actually a McDonald's shake. Exactly. It could be. That's what I mean. Right? So, this is Monet. Speaking of Monet. Monat. Okay, we all called it Monet because we thought that's what it was called because it seemed nicer. And then they came out and they were like, actually, it stands for modern nature and it's supposed to be pronounced Monat. And we were like, oh, I liked it when it sounded kind of French better, I'm going to say. But here is this girl that goes, reasons to have long hair. The Pentecostal version, because we needed that, apparently. Number 1, it bounces with the Pentecostal music. No other music. You can't bounce your hair to any other music other than the Christian music, okay? 2, it's long hair. I thought you were giving us reasons why it's long. One of the reasons why it's long can't be because it's long. What the fuck is that? 3, long hair is the cowgirl hat look. Well, what if I prefer my cowgirl to have braids? I'm just saying. And shoulder length hair in braids. Then what? Look, no dandruff. Thanks to my Amway shampoo. There used to be Hunts promoting in their cars with Starbucks cups. Some of those cups were taken from the bin for the aesthetic. That's right. Do you want to be a cowgirl? Number 4. It's our glory, no matter what the length. So, we don't have to have long hair then? I'm just wondering. Anyway, this post has been approved by Jesus. There's the big hat. It's not true Monet without a big hat. That's right. Especially the cowboy hat. Jesus is proud of you, honey. You just keep on going and talking about your hair, before it falls out. Your hair will fall out. Okay. Wanted. Individuals serious about becoming an entrepreneur and building your own successful business. Benefits include world-class mentorship, step-by-step elite training, potential to create massive wealth just for yourself, being part of a supportive team of like-minded individuals with the same goals. Requirements: daily consistency, dedication, coachable personality. That means easy to brainwash and manipulate, by the way, just saying. And a fire in your soul that wants more out of life. Ask me how. And I'm good. I'm just saying. World-class mentorship. Mm-hmm. This seriously gives me like Amway vibes. Because it doesn't actually say what company it is, and they never do until like the 3rd meeting. You go to like 3 interviews, and then they're like, by the way, this is an MLM. And you're like, fuck my life, I thought I was getting a real job. So, this is an old beach body business activity tracker. And I wanted to show this to you because not only was it posted on r/anti MLM recently, but also because I think it goes to show you what you do every day when you're in an MLM. Because although you may not be filling out these sheets, because everything's online now, this is still kind of what you do. So, building me, it says, be the proof of the products work. Be the proof the products work. 20 plus minutes of personal development. So that basically means like going and watching like Tony Robbins for 20 minutes. We need Hunbot and Monica here. I know. Add 3 new, under building my business, it says add 3 new people to my social media networks. Then it says make 3 posts to social media. It says start 3 conversations with new contacts. And then it says invite 3 people to your next challenge group. So then you're also running a next challenge group, right? Follow up with 3 people. So, the people you probably wrote last week. And talk to 3 people about the coaching opportunity. And then it says recognize the success of 3 people, because even in your personal life, everything you do is for the MLM. So like your husband comes home and goes, oh, honey, I got a raise today. Congratulations, honey, on your raise. And then you go and like check it off of your MLM chart. And you're like, that was me recognizing the success of one person. It's like, oh, it's everything's done for the MLM. It's so crazy. And then you, of course, have my weekly business results. So you have number of new contacts, number of new customers, number of new coaches, success club points, and then total commissions earned. And then building my future, you have my goals for this month. So it's just very, very bizarre. They start the week on Thursday, right? Apparently. They might. They might, yes. So it's funny because it even says up at the top here, 4 vital behaviors. 1, be proof the products work. 2, invite, invite, invite. 3, recognize, recognize, recognize. 4, do personal development, which is just training for the MLM usually, or like watching Tony Robbins. Like I used to have an upline that was like, every day I wake up and on my phone for at least 20 minutes to half an hour, I watch, and then she listed off like 3 different fucking, like, Jessica Pearson, you know, like it was just like, really? Just another MLM girl that's like, well, let me tell you how to be successful today. And that was the personal development. You know, like, how is that even personal development? That's not what I think of when I think of that. But anyway. Here we have a post made on April 10th. Let's clear this up once and for all. Herbalife is not a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is illegal and focuses on making money strictly from recruiting people with no real products or value being exchanged. Actually, sweetheart, a pyramid scheme is just a form of investment in which each paying participant recruits 2 further participants, with returns being given to early participants using money contributed by later ones. It has nothing to do with having products or not having products. In fact, products are not even mentioned. Not even mentioned. Although I do blame our community for this, because we did used to say MLMs are pyramid schemes with a product, but it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Lord. But yeah, as you can see, this is the actual definition of pyramid scheme right here on the screen. Nothing to do with products. It's just, are you recruiting people? And do you need to recruit more people to pay the older people? That's it. And that's how every MLM runs, all right? Otherwise, you should all stop recruiting right now and then see what happens. It's a legitimate global... Oh, Herbalife is completely different. It's a legitimate global nutrition company that has been around for decades, offering real products that people use daily for results, whether it's weight loss, energy, or overall wellness. Here's the truth. You can earn by selling products people actually want and need. You don't have to recruit anyone to make money. It's built on customer results, not just signups. It operates in over 90 countries and follows strict regulations. Like any business, your success comes down to your effort, consistency, and how you serve people, not just who you bring in. At the end of the day, this is about helping people get healthier, feel better, and create an opportunity for themselves. Do not let misinformation stop you from learning the facts. If you're curious, ask questions. I'm here to help. And then they post this. People think Herbalife is a pyramid scheme, but can't explain what that means. Herbalife is a scam, right? Hey, it is. Always the same argument. Herbalife is nasty, that's right. Can we ask if their products are FDA approved and they have peer-reviewed published medical literature that the products do what they say they will do? You can ask them and you will be told, yes, we have tested them. We do not have any third-party testing, but we have tested our products and they work fine. If you go and you even Google Herbalife right now, is Herbalife products safe? Go and Google that, and there will be article after article after article of actual doctors, nutritionalists, and other people that are in the actual health field warning you not to take these products and that you might even get heavy metal toxicity poisoning from them. Yep, that's a real thing. So, stay away. Stay far, far away. They are not approved, and they've only been tested by them. Herbalife is the one my sister's still in. She just went to Turkey for gastric surgery, but it's all Herbalife she's grateful for. Yeah, of course. Again, another example of faking it. I'm just saying, that's what they do. Elsa, do you remember when Dan from LuLaRoe, Dan Stidham, like sent a bunch of people to go get surgeries? That was so crazy and weird. That was nuts. I know she made money off it to pay for the surgery, right? At least. But yeah, they'll be like, yeah, but it's all because of Herbalife. No, it's not. Here we have someone that has MK mania in the wild. I guess at least they're not hiding it. Made me giggle though, because I saw Mary Kay and then I saw MK mania. And all I could think is, yes, sweetie, you do got that. Yep, this is how I would describe that. Yep, exactly. Indiana, if you see them, take a picture and send it to me. So, we did a thing. You saw India, it was Indiana. MK Ultra, oh my God, watch out. I do remember she got a ton of Botox and fillers and semi-permanent makeups done too, of course. Of course, and Herbalife changed her life. It's not MK Mania unless the car is pink. Very true. Yeah, I don't see no pink Cadillac there with that, so can't be doing too well. So, we did a thing. What does the word thrive mean to me? Why is this woman promoting so much? Does it actually work? Just a few of the many questions I get often. Well, let me tell you what Thrive has done for me and my family. First, foremost, I got an amazing team of professionals / friends that helped me every step of the way. The next big thing is we were able to buy and pay for our camper in full. One thing I have wanted since a young age was a homestead of my own. We got our camper and are going back to the simple life. Thrive gave me a chance. The only question I have is, do you have a camper and are going back to the simple life because you want to or because you are now broke from being in Thrive? Be honest. Be honest, damn it. Because I don't believe that you want this. I don't know, maybe you do, but I doubt that Thrive is helping you with that. This isn't thriving. She needs the lashes to make her culty eyes stand out, you know, of course. Herbalife changed my life. For the worse, right? The gang is gone. She moving to the trailer park. That's right. I'm just saying, you know, I don't know a lot of people who are like, we decided to go into a camper and move out of our house because we're thriving. But maybe people who thrive live in campers. I don't know. Holy shit. Woo, baby. This person is selling their paparazzi jewelry business. $4,000. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, wow, all of that is worth $4,000? Probably not. Probably not. You know, each piece by paparazzi is about $5 to $10, depending on, you know, are you in Canada or the US or UK or whatever, right? And I'm sorry, but if you actually got what each piece was worth, you would be lucky if each one was worth 50 cents in reality, right? They way overprice them. So I doubt that even this amount of jewelry would even equal the $4,000. I'm just saying. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. But I don't know. I think they're selling this for a little bit too much. How about $1,000 for the whole lot? Talk about heavy metal. That's right. Holy lead poisoning, Batman! Holy moly. That's right. You might want to get them to come in their suits and get that out of here. Come in their AdMax suits. Just... Lord. Oh. I also have to think, a lot of them are selling their jewelry businesses, especially with paparazzi. There's rumors that it's also going out of business right now. So this might be your last chance to buy some. Just saying. A work trip to Key Largo is going great. Got some training and some leads done and spent time. Oh, it's a man. Sorry. We got to do this like a man now. All right. Huh! Work trip to Key Largo is going great. Got some training and some leads done and spent time with my woman. Excited for our kids to join us in a few days. If you are a Christian who loves serving people and blessing their community, it's time to reach out and see if this job would fit you. I'm not big on selling friends on things, but I also don't want someone to miss out on this opportunity that has blessed me and my family. So glad someone told me. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, Queen, it could have been a woman with a woman. Yeah, I agree. For sure. Except it says excited for our kids, so I'm assuming it's a man. But I would have questioned it even then until I got to Christian. And then, well, just saying, good night, cool cat. So, yeah, if you are in the Key Largo area, not sure what MLM this is, but look out for it. All right, stay away from this area right here. If you recognize it, stay away. That's where they are. And that is it for this portion of our live stream, where we go through the r/anti-MLM subreddit. I hope that all of you enjoyed that, but don't worry. We are not done. That's right. Because we have a hacking scandal that I would like to go over with you, if that is okay, when we return. I figure I'll do a little commercial break, and then when I come back, we're going to be talking about Aura. Yes, because some funny things have been going on over there, and I honestly think it's hilarious. All right, because every time that one of these places shut down, they pretend they got hacked. And that's hella funny. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Today's stream is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon now. I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuckboy! No one fucks with my hose! The lizard hose is about 30 bucks. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Yeah, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Are you tired of getting screwed over by false promises, bad leadership, and tiny results? Introducing Tiny Digger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. The only protection you need when dealing with inflated egos and underwhelming performance. Whether it's a shady MLM pitch, a fake AI company, or a man who tells you he's the lord of the internet. Don't get played, get protected. Tiny Digger Condoms are on-passive resistant, 100% scam-proof, coated in reality and skepticism for extra protection against cult-like charisma. And hey, if you're gonna get screwed by Ashmufara's vision, at least make sure you're wearing something that actually works. Tiny Digger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. For when the product is imaginary, but the disappointment is real. Now available in Founder Frenzy flavor. Tastes like regret and missed refunds.
Located at your local CVS pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper Drug Smart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand.
Is your leader's birthday coming up? Don't just send a card. Send your soul. Introducing Happy Cult Day, the ultimate birthday experience for narcissistic gurus. Because nothing says divine enlightenment like 8 hours of forced gratitude on Zoom. With Happy Cult Day, you'll get a pre-written poem about how your leader changed your life. Access to a 9-hour tribute webinar you're required to attend. A royalty-free song you'll awkwardly sing with 300 other blinking followers. And a limited edition e-card with their face on a beam of light. Because they're just like Jesus, but better. Add on the birthday worship upgrade to include a tribute video of members crying, children chanting their name, and a slideshow of their humble beginnings. Why celebrate you when you can celebrate him? Again, Happy Cult Day, because in a real cult, it's their birthday every day. Side effects may include financial ruin, loss of autonomy, spontaneous chanting, seal clapping, and sudden belief that Ashmufara invented the internet. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger Diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger Diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock Core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger Condoms and Fantasia Foot Spray. Buy Tiny Digger Diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist's nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsors. Now, back to the live stream.
Yes, thank you everyone for letting me take a small little break. So, what is Aurum, A-U-R-U-M. Aurum Foundation, also marketed as Aurum AI or Aurum Bot, was an unregistered crypto and AI trading platform featuring a multi-level recruitment structure, which multiple international financial regulators and consumer safety groups have flagged as a high-risk Ponzi or pyramid scheme. One of those people was our dear friend Danny DeHeck, who actually did an entire article calling them out. And in this one, Crypto G came in as well. And they basically looked at every single thing. All right. They realized there was no trading going on. Very similar to what happened with BG Wealth Sharing. It's a very similar scam. And they found very similar results, if you will. All right. But I will link it all for you. It is in my comment section right now if you want to go and read the whole deep dive and find out what it was. But think of it for now as basically like another BG Wealth Sharing, which lately they have been our favorite scams to speak out about, mainly because they crash. It's easy to get into their Zoom meetings and fuck around a little bit and mess them up. And also because oftentimes, about half of the times that Danny and I come across one of those AI trading MLM scams, they actually end up being tied to a scam compound, usually in somewhere like Asia, where there's actual human trafficking going on, where people are actually kidnapped, their passports are taken, and they are forced to work running the scam. And so it's good to find these, investigate them, get the feds to investigate them, and have these things shut down. Now, this one is still kind of earlier on in the investigations, although I think Danny and Crypto G did a great job of summing up in that article why it's a scam and why people should stay out of it. What happened most recently with it was very, very interesting. And Behind MLM did quite the article that I want to go through with you. And then I actually have their emergency meeting that they did. So, July 30th, Oz at Behind MLM reports, Aurum Foundation collapses. We got hacked. Exit scam. The Aurum Foundation Ponzi scheme has collapsed. Instead of being honest about running away with investor funds, on July 30th, Aurum Foundation trotted out a "we got hacked" exit scam. So, it says here in the green, the transition to Web3 infrastructure is part of Aurum's long-term strategy to meet the evolving requirements of global regulators while strengthening the platform's security, transparency, and long-term reliability. The attack occurred while our engineering team was focused on completing one of the most complex infrastructure migrations in the company's history. I wonder if it was as complex as OnPassive's migration. It's been going on for like 3 years. The attackers took advantage of this period in an attempt to compromise critical platform systems. As a result of the attack, several core infrastructure components were damaged, forcing our team to immediately isolate parts of the platform and begin a controlled recovery process. Our investigation has confirmed that the attackers gained unauthorized access to a number of internal company resources. At this stage, the incident has impacted internal company funds, user funds held by the company, the Nairo.network domain, and portions of the platform's internal databases and infrastructure. Oh no! Our cybersecurity specialists engineering team, legal advisors, and security experts are working around the clock to investigate the incident, recover affected systems, and determine the full scope of the attack. A comprehensive investigation and a full security audit of the entire infrastructure are currently underway. Every affected system is being thoroughly reviewed, strengthened, and secured before being returned to operation. We understand that many members of our community have questions about the current situation. We kindly ask everyone to remain calm while our teams continue working to resolve this issue as quickly and safely as possible. Protecting our users remains our highest priority. We are fully committed to making this right, restoring affected services, and addressing the impact of this incident as quickly and responsibly as possible. Oz says, obviously, there wasn't any attack. Cryptocurrency invested in Aurum Foundation should be assumed stolen. As to what actually happened, Aurum Foundation's exit scam was preceded by withdrawal delays on July 26. Aurum Foundation's initial withdrawal delays were explained away by a transition to Web3 infrastructure. Yes, that's as stupid as it sounds. And then in green again, so the green stuff is coming from them, obviously. Aurum has successfully completed its transition to a fully Web3 powered infrastructure. New profit withdrawals, commission withdrawals, deposits, and transfers submitted via Wallet Connect are being processed through the new system. You can also track the status of your payment requests directly in your back office. The team is actively processing the remaining requests submitted before the migration. These requests are being completed in batches and are expected to be finalized over the coming days. On July 27th, Aurum Foundation announced it had disabled withdrawals due to a system update, saying, technical maintenance is currently in progress to improve platform stability and performance. During this time, some features may be temporarily unavailable or experience intermittent issues. That excuse held till July 30th and the We Got Hacked exit scam. So here's Aurum official English channel security incident update on July 30th. Here it is. And they say a Brian Benson live call will be announced soon. After disabling withdrawals the week prior, Aurum Foundation collapsed through a We Got Hacked exit scam on July 30th, 2026. Nero is or was an attempted Aurum Foundation rebrand initiated in late June. So here we have Aurum is transitioning the AI ecosystem to Nero. And that was on June 27th. The next evolution of Aurum has begun. So there you go. It says Aurum Foundation's response to global regulatory fraud warnings is to continue defrauding consumers under a different name. DNS records for the Niro.network domain cited in Aurum Foundation's We Got Hacked exit scam announcement reveal it was seized by Ukrainian registrar Qhost on July 19th. So they didn't get hacked, they got seized. But do they have IPv6? Hi Sam, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. You haven't migrated until you've migrated for 2 months. That's right. So yeah, they've been seized. Okay, so here it is here. Suspended domain. So that means that it was seized. It's been suspended. says, this is speculation on my part, but what I think happened leading up to Orem Foundation's collapse. 1. Scammers running Orem Foundation are contacted by Q hosts, possibly acting on behalf of regulators and or police on or around July 26th. Which, yeah, that would make sense, right? 2. Other hosts of internal systems may have also contacted Orem Foundation for the same reasons, leading to disabling of withdrawals. 3. Q hosts and possibly other service providers gave the Orem Foundation scammers 3 to 4 business days to respond to inquiries. Or 4, the scammers running Orem Foundation realized the gig was up and drained Orem Foundation's crypto wallets on July 30th. And 5, these guys are getting their IT teams off Fiverr. I know. 5 is bullshit. We got hacked exit scam ruse sent out to investors shortly after Orem Foundation crypto wallets are drained. It's possible Orem Foundation's other website domains are facing pending seizure. From this point on, any updates from the public-facing side of Orem Foundation should be considered lies. The intent behind the updates is to give scammers running Orem Foundation plenty of time to evacuate, cover their tracks, and disappear. Orem Foundation was an MLM crypto Ponzi that launched from Dubai in mid-2024. Around February 2025, Brian Benson was hired to front the scam as CEO. Here he is, appointed as CEO. Benson, a Peruvian national based out of Dubai and Colombia, is believed to work with Russian scammers who actually run Orem Foundation. As of June 2026, SimilarWeb was tracking around 758,000 monthly visits to Orem Foundation's website. Over the same period, top sources of Orem Foundation website traffic were the US 19%, Germany 16%, Switzerland 12%, the Netherlands 12%, and Greece at 8%. Promotion of Orem Foundation in the US is headed up by Chief Network Development Officer Shane Morand. So here he is here. He's the key speaker at their Zoom meeting titled Mastery Presentation. Of course it is, you know. Now he's from Organo Gold. That's right. And if you're new here, Organo Gold was one of the very, very first ones that I came across. It's the reason why me and the Recovering Hunbot really started working together more closely on here. It was connected to OneCoin, and it's also connected to a cartel. And that's all I'll say about that. And there was a point when I was covering it where I was like, literally writing the Recovering Hunbot, like, Alonda, are we going to go fucking missing because we're exposing this? Maybe we should hold off. And that's also the one that Tom Brooks from 90 Day Fiancé was in. And this was way back in 2019. And every time I turn around, I swear to God, I come across these fucking people still. Like, they haven't stopped. I almost want to work on an article from Danny's website. Like, what are the Organo Gold people doing now? Because I've literally come across so many of them over the years in other things now. It's insane. Organo always finds a way involved. And my issue is, if they're involved with what I know about them, the chances of there being a crime syndicate behind this or a scam compound behind this raises to me by about 50%. Automatically. Because they are the mushroom coffee one, Joe. Right? Yes, they're the mushroom coffee one. Joe, you've been with me since I covered it. You probably remember it very well. And, like, it's like, go away already. But it's scary. It's scary because it's Dubai. We got Organo Gold up in this. So, you know, there's other things going on. It's another trading crypto, which we have seen is often the ones that these scam compounds are running because it's so easy for them to run those ones. It's very easy for them to run those ones for some reason. It's hard for them to come up with like health and wellness products, things like Scentsy or Avon or even makeup. You get what I'm saying? But they can lie about technology all day long, right? It's so much easier to fake. And crypto is easy to fake, and they all love using crypto because it's unregulated. They think it's black market shit, right? So just everything about this is screaming, oh my God, stop this one right now. Cayuse Hale, who founded Reminiscent Science that merged with them, was arrested in Dubai for running a Ponzi. Organo cut ties with him, but he's still running scams. Exactly. It's like literally like that. None of them have gone away. There is, like, if you look at any of the people that were in the top of it, they're somewhere else right now doing like the same or worse shit. You're like, what are you, like, how are these people still going? You know? But that is the nature of what we do here, and that's why we continue to do it. Right? Because what are the chances that I would be now covering this? It's one of the main people that spoke out about Organo Gold. I'm just saying. So here it says, Moreland left Organo Gold after a botched attempt to pitch crypto scams to distributors in 2018. Morand resurfaced in late 2021 as a crypto bro pitching Trujavan, a Tycoon 69 Ponzi Trojan horse. After that went nowhere, he resurfaced in 2022 to promote the Decentra MLM crypto Ponzi scheme, which then, of course, led him to here. Aurum Foundation's attempted Nairo rebrand was fronted by co-founder Andrew Isaacs. Here he is. He looks like Dumbo. Sorry, that might have been a little too mean, but I don't feel like being nice to predators today, okay? So here he is, the COO and co-founder of Nairo, Andrew Isaacs. Other Aurum Foundation insiders include Dennis Kajab, promoter, Italy; Malak Nasser, Aurum top leader in the UAE; Alina Kus, Aurum top leader from Poland; Inga Kuryliak Hake Golos from the Ukraine, another top leader. We have a top leader from Germany, Sebastian Wieland. I'm not going to be able to say this name here, but they're from Mongolia. We have another one, Al Rizki from Indonesia. Wilson Gallardo, Spain. Michael Vanderpop. He's a Nairo ambassador. There he is here. Looks like Frankenstein. He's the founder of Web3 investment and venture companies. What companies? They won't tell us. We just have to trust him, bro. You know? He got caught when he posted his location on social media. Next thing we see is him getting arrested. That's right. He was on the run and hiding at the time. That's why social media is so great, right? They forget. Prior to collapse, Aurum Foundation received regulatory fraud warnings from Belgium, Russia, Nigeria, New Zealand, Greece, Australia twice, and Hong Kong. France blacklisted Aurum Foundation nationwide for fraud on June 12, 2026, the day before my birthday. Poland's Financial Supervision Authority forwarded suspected Aurum Foundation banking fraud criminal activity to public prosecutors in June of 2026. Hong Kong issuing an Aurum Foundation fraud warning was of particular note. While it is operated from Dubai, on its website, Aurum Foundation provided a corporate address in Hong Kong. So, it appears it's collapsing. They're saying that they are getting hacked, right? They're out here all like, oh, I'm getting attacked and there's all these hacks and blah, blah, blah. So, on July 31st, they came on and they said, Orem emergency call tomorrow. Partners, we invite you to join a special global Orem emergency Zoom call with Brian Benson, CEO of Orem Foundation, who will address the recent security incident affecting the platform. During the call, Brian will provide an official update on the current situation, explain what happened, outline the actions already taken by the company, and discuss the next steps in the platform recovery process. And then Oz says, here comes the recovery scam. Bit of a delay. Guess they're having trouble with the script. But luckily for you, I don't just have the script. I have the entire emergency call here. So, I have the video. I'm going to first just link behind MLM's article in my comment section because I did not link that. Security! That's right. So it is linked if you want to go check it out yourself. If you want to keep up with the comments, they get quite juicy over there. I love the comment section on that website. Then I recommend that you go and check it out and keep up with those comments. But without further ado, I think that we should watch this amazing emergency call. It's about 40 minutes long, so I'm going to try not to interrupt too much. But I think it's important that we archive all of this, right? And besides, this should be fucking hilarious, okay? Like, they're lying about being hacked. I love it when they do that. Oh, 1 second. I might have to re-add it in. I don't think I gotta re-add it in. 1 second. It messed up on me. Here we are.
Okay, hello everyone. This is Brian Benson here, COO and of the Orem Foundation, and I want to make sure that the interpreters are ready to go. Like I said, we have the biggest call that we've ever had. Yeah, it's at 3,000 people, and unfortunately, this is not the reason that we wanted to have such a big audience here, but you know, things happen in life, and we have to figure out how to move on, and that's what I want to talk about with you guys today here.
So they've been seized, right? But of course, they don't want to say that. They don't want to say, listen, we're in trouble right now for breaking the laws. And so they're seizing us, and we probably owe money to our host and everything. So instead, they've gone with the we got hacked story. But let's let him tell us what's allegedly happened here. 3,000 victims, that's right. But hey, join me in my new scam. Yeah, we're waiting for it, right? Let's see what happens.
I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll go ahead and dive into some of the slides that I've prepared. But the number one message that I have for everyone here today is that we have been compromised. There has been an attack on Orem, not only on the connection with the wallets that a lot of people know about, but there have been other attack vectors, I guess is the best way to put it. And we are here standing in front of you guys today because we are going to be fixing this. We're going to be refunding the money to all the users who have lost funds. We're going to get the product back up and running. We're going to get the AXAI bots back up and running. We're going to get the Nero product back up and running. But first, we need to do the damage control. And I'm going to dive into some specifics about what happened, about what the steps look like from here, about some of the timeframes. But I will not be going into every single detail on every single wallet and every single issue that we've had. Suffice it to say that this has been a very serious breach for us as a company. but it doesn't mean that our company is going away. And I don't know how many times I've read out there, and people have sent me messages that, oh, we just what we thought, this was a scam. Oh, look, you're taking the money. Oh, look, just after the event, look what you've done. Look what has happened. And I'm here to say that that's not what's happening. We are here. We're fighting to get everything corrected, to get everything back into place. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So, lesser companies probably would have folded with this, but Orem is a strong company. We've been going for 3 years, and we plan to continue to develop our long-term goals. Now, obviously, we have a short-term setback here that has seriously impacted our ability to do business. We've had to close down certain of our systems. Nothing looks the way it's supposed to look right now, but we're working very hard in the background to make sure that we can get us back as soon as possible to the funds that have gone away, to those people that are missing funds. We have a commitment to recuperate all of those funds. The EXAI bots that you have, the old stuff that you had in there, the Bitcoins that you have in the Zeus bot, all that stuff, we are doing a full, complete audit on the entire Orem family of companies, the entire Orem family of technologies, because it wasn't just a single vector attack. There were multiple types of attacks that happened at the same time that had appeared to have been planned, weeks and if not months in advance. And so let me go ahead and dive into the brief presentation that I have for you. This will probably be recorded and put onto YouTube. So I know that there's a lot of people that aren't able to get into the room today and hear this live from me, but this will be available immediately following. So whoever's not in there on your team, I know there's leaders out there that have messaged me privately that have said that.
So why does it look like you're at a McDonald's? Imagine doing this at McDonald's.
That their team's not able to see this, not able to be in. All this information will be shared very shortly with everyone. So let me go ahead and just dive right in here, and let's go ahead and share this.
Oh my Lord. We even have a slideshow.
Okay, wonderful. Again, this is
bullshit.
This is a difficult call for me because this is not what I was planning to do this weekend or this week. We obviously don't plan to have hacks. We don't want this thing to ever happen to us. But I've been around this space for almost 10 years now, and I've seen a lot of things like this happen. Some worse, some less serious than these. But it's going to be something that we can recover from. I've spoken with everyone, all the stakeholders involved, and we have a full commitment from everyone to ensure that everyone is made whole on this. And so, that's the most important thing that I can tell everyone is while bad things did happen and bad actors were involved in this, we as a company will be able to withstand this. It wasn't a very large percentage of our funds that were compromised. And so we will need a couple, a little bit of time, shall I say. I don't want to give an exact time frame, but we need a.
Why is he like Ash Mubarak coded? Like, we had bad actors and all this bad stuff happened to us, but don't worry, we'll just keep on going, guys. I'll get us to the freedom land.
A little bit of time to complete the audit, to figure out exactly what all the moving parts were, and then to start to rectify it. So at the same time, while we're trying to bring back online the products and services that everyone knows and loves, we're also trying to do damage control to ensure that this doesn't go any further, that people know how to.
Also like that he does keep calling it damage control, because I'm like, yeah, that's all this is.
Disconnect their wallets from the compromised sites. That people know which sites have been compromised, which ones are the official ones. And so all of this being said, we have a lot of work to do. It's been a very, very difficult time for myself, for the rest of the management, but also for our tech team and for the people that are in the trenches doing the work, trying to stop this, trying to get this fixed, trying to get this solved. So I want to, say a shout out to the people that are working really hard. It seems.
What about the victims of your scam? Who just went to go log on to the website one day, couldn't do it anymore, and then were freaking out, wondering what was going on for a few days. don't care about them much, do we?
Seems probably from the outside that this is a catastrophic issue that we are never going to recover from, but that's not the case at all. I've seen these kinds of things at Binance. There's not a lot of public ones, but internally there are quite a few things that happened of this magnitude and more. Bybit got hacked last year in February for over $1.2 billion and recovered. And so my message to everyone is this is not the end of Orem. This may be the end of some people at Orem, and this may be the end of the way that we did things before, but this is by no means the end of Orem. We are going to double down on security. We're going to double down on ensuring that what we've built up until this point continues to work going forward, and continues to serve the needs of the people that we serve, right? Because in a financial system, in a ecosystem like Orem's, you're only as good as your security. And it's been proven now that we need to up that ante and do better there. So that's exactly what we plan to do. So I'm going to go through these.
Right. You don't think he's like, we're only as good as our security. I'm like, well, then guess what, bozo?
Slides. This is not going to be a long call. I'm not going to be taking any questions after this, but I will be coming back to you guys on a more frequent basis. It looks like this weekend we're going to take time to complete the audit, to continue to do the investigation as to what all the parts of this that are happening, and then we'll go ahead and continue to give you guys information about the procedures, about when the deposits are going to come back online live, when the funds are going to be replenished, and all of those good things. So all this to say, bear with us. We're working really hard to make sure that this is not the end of Orem, but this is something that I think we all know that in good times it's really easy to be happy, and it's easy to take 1,000 pictures and smile all day. But when things go really bad, or when there's a catastrophe or some sort of emergency that happens, I think one of the most important things is to.
So is this the only slide in your slideshow? What's going on here? We've just been rambling for over 8 minutes.
To see how people act then, right? And I could promise you guys, if this was a scam, if this was something that we wanted to just, make off with people's money, I wouldn't be standing here in front of you. I wouldn't be talking about this. You just wouldn't see me anymore. And I want to.
You all keep saying that, yet you all keep scamming people, even though you show up. And you tell them that you're not going to scam them and that you're going to continue, but then you disappear after. Like, we haven't seen Ash since October.
Be as clear as I can about that, right? Because it's not easy for me to get up here. I don't have anyone's money. I didn't hack anything, but the company that had a very serious breach. And so we are committed from the top to the bottom of the organization to put this behind us, to make it right for all of those who were affected, and to have this be part of Orem's growth, part of sort of the stripes on the tiger, if you will. This is not going to kill us. This is only going to make us stronger. And I think what's really important to me is you can see people's integrity and morals in times of trial and tribulation, right? And that's what I want to stress to you guys. I'm not here to hide anything from you. I'm not here to hide from you. I'm here to be able to be the person that communicates between the organization and the user base out there and the community that we've built that's going so well. And
see how he's positioning himself as the savior and the good guy in this, not the bad scammer that's actually been leading them on in a scam in hopes of stealing all their money. It's just fascinating, isn't it?
The last thing that we want to do is stop this momentum. The last thing we want to do is for Orem to fall down for this. And so we're not going to allow that to happen. Working very hard. So yeah, let me dive into some of these slides, and then I will be in touch with some of the leaders as well, so that we can continue to disseminate information. But Andrew will be coming on in the next couple of days to sort of talk about his part of it, and what the future of the Nero products look like, what the future of decentralization looks like. It's very, I think, common for people to feel scared and worried about attaching their wallets to Web3 stuff after things like this happen. And so we want to reassure everyone that we're doing everything we can to have a much more secure system to ensure that this doesn't happen again, but also to
It's so funny because it's like the story that they created to hide something worse from happening, but then he's still trying to like minimize it. Like it's weird.
to take care of those who were affected by this. So let me go ahead and just fly through this. So what happened? Obviously, I think everyone knows now, but we had a very sophisticated cyber attack come against us and come from different angles, right? We had a DDoS part of it. We had a website overtaken. We had malware put into the smart contract. There were several different parts of this that I'm not going to go into each one of them specifically, but suffice it to say that our transition to Web3, we became a huge target, and we were attacked, and we didn't do a very good job in stopping it immediately, but we've done a very good job in limiting the amount of funds that have been taken, limiting the scope of which this could have been much, much worse. And so, again, want to thank the team that acted quickly. We still don't have everything perfect the way we want it. People do need to take action to disconnect their wallets from this malware, because if we keep our wallets connected to this bad site, then it's possible that more funds could be taken. And so, after this call in the Telegram group, there's going to be clear instructions for everyone to just double, triple check and ensure that your wallets are.
So is this how you rebrand? You pretend you're hacked, steal all of the money out of a bunch of the wallets that are in the old system, create a new system, and get everyone to transfer over? Is that the plan here?
Detached from this site. So, the attackers gained authorized access to parts of our infrastructure. And this affected, many things. It didn't only affect our connection to the smart contract, but it affected internal company funds. It affected some of our centralized exchange accounts. And it obviously affected the Nero.network domain, which was one of the ways that they were able to get in there and steal some of this stuff. So we're openly sort of acknowledging what happened. And again, we as a team and me personally are fully committed to ensuring transparency, responsibility, decisive action, and making everyone whole that had a problem. And so while it is an extremely uncomfortable time to lose anything, be that
So does that mean that if someone had money stolen out of their wallet, then you're going to give it back to them, or
$5, $100, $1,000, $100,000? Please know that I'm doing everything in my power to get that money back into the wallets that it came from, get the flow back so that the EXI bot, the Zeus bot, the Pro bot, and the Nero products are continuing to operate in a healthy and in a stable manner. So where do we stand today? First thing is we're not going anywhere. We are here. The company continues to operate, and we're continuing to drive for a safer, more productive future. And again, our long-term vision and plan are not going anywhere. So the overall impact that we had as a result of the attacks was that a portion of the funds were compromised. And I think we need to be clear about this. But the majority of the assets in our ecosystem remain secure, and that's the most important thing, right? This could have gone a lot worse, folks. and thanks to some quick action internally, we were able to limit it.
too soon for jokes? Too soon. So Orem is not shutting down. The company continues to operate, and the current scale of the incident does not threaten our long-term future or our ability to continue building. I would say open up a brand new wallet. I'm just saying, don't just transfer. Just say. The overall impact as a result of the attack, a portion of the company and user funds was compromised. However, the majority of assets remain secure, and the overall impact does not threaten the stability or continuity of the business. Our commitment. We are fully committed to recovering affected funds, restoring the platform, strengthening the infrastructure, which you should have done from the beginning, just saying, and protecting our community, which again, you should have done from the fucking beginning.
To the ones that people know about. So the overall impact does not threaten the stability of our company. Now it may, threaten the stability of our community if we don't do the right things fast enough. And we're very, very cognizant of that. We're very, very well aware of that. But our commitment is to recover all affected funds, to restore the platform, to strengthen the infrastructure, and to protect our community. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to give you guys the exact same thing over again so this happens again. We're going to make very, very, very certain and very sure that this is not what's going to happen, but that everyone that does access the platform will be safe, will be secure, and will not be viable to these kinds of threats anymore. So protecting the community is the number one thing to me. I had so many people emailing, reaching out to me, saying things, both good and bad things, nice comments of, hey, we support you and we're praying for you, to, hey, why are you scamming me? I'm poor and I don't have any money. Right. And, those things hurt me, but I understand them. I would do the same thing if I had lost money. But I want you guys to know, and I want everyone to understand, I want everyone to know this from me personally, that we are going to make sure that everyone is protected here. We're going to make sure that everyone that was affected recovers their funds. Now, I can't promise it's going to be today, tomorrow, or the next day, but that is what we are committing from the ownership side, from the management side, from the corporate side. Now let's let's talk real quickly about the Web3 transition. The migration to a new Web3 infrastructure is a complex process, right? Here we are trying to do something, monumental. The regulators asked us to do this. They pushed us down this direction. So we went down this direction, and the team was deploying a completely new infrastructure, trying to maintain the ongoing platform operations. And this is the exact moment when the attackers decided, hey, look, these guys are, have a lot of moving parts over here. This would be a good one. So the unauthorized access to parts of our legacy infrastructure is what ultimately was the Achilles heel here, and was what hurt us. So this is experience, though. Again, like I said, I come from quite a long experience in this stuff, and I've seen these things before. I've navigated through them before. Our company is in good hands. From the ownership group, from the rest of the corporate team, we have 100% commitment to make this right. So, like I said, it has reinforced the importance of completing this migration, adding additional security, and comprehensive audits. So that's what I'm going to be taking over, which I've been working on already. But officially, I'm heading the audit to figure out exactly what the scope of this is.
Are you working on it? Because I feel like you put together this slideshow and ramble a lot. So I'm a little worried as to how much work you're putting into the other stuff. I'm just saying.
The magnitude of what has happened and how we can best recover from this. So as it says at the end there, the carefully managed recovery process before the new infrastructure is launched. So first we want to figure out what the damages are, make those damages right. Then we can continue on with the new infrastructure. So this is our immediate response. Many of these things have already happened. Isolate the effects of the infrastructure to prevent further impact. And that's something that both from the Orem side and from the user side, we need you guys to be proactive here. We need you guys to follow the instructions that will come in the Telegram group, how to ensure that your wallet is detached from this. Second, secure the remaining system and services. That's something that we've already been doing and working on. Number 3, we'll launch a comprehensive technical and security audit. So I'll be heading up that audit. I've already received a lot of information from external sources, from investigators. I've been working on this since the moment I knew about it. And I think you're going to see, some interesting things come out over the next couple days and weeks, but rest assured.
Notice how he didn't say date, he just said since the moment I knew about it.
That we're working hard to understand first exactly what happened, and then to remedy everything that went wrong. So that's what our plan is begin assessing the financial impact and then identifying all the affected users. We already have lists, but we want to make sure that we have everyone so that there's no stone left unturned there. And then number 5 says start preparing the recovery and compensation plan. So part of it is getting the funds back to those who had it immediately taken. Part of that is getting people paid on the products that have been stalled during the Web3 cutover. So continuing developing the Web3 infrastructure with enhanced security measures. That's something that Andrew is going to be spearheading personally. And so I'm going to be focused on the audit and the recovery measures to the people. And I promise you guys, look at me in my eyes. I will not rest until every person that has been affected by this has reconciliation on this and has been made whole. So this is my commitment to you. I don't know how to do any better than this. This is all I got. I'm doing the very best I can, and I think if we come together as a community, as a company, as an ecosystem, we can get through this together. So the last one there is engage internal and external cybersecurity specialists to support the investigation and recovery. I really want there to be a very clear understanding of what happened, whether it's someone internal, external in North Korea. I don't care where they are. We need to know who is behind this, who is doing it. And if it is someone internal, there will be serious consequences. And, there'll be a lot of reckoning here, but regardless of what the outcome shows us, we already have learned quite a few things. We need to be better.
Like they're in the Ukraine, so
At the cybersecurity side, and that's exactly what we plan to do. So, our strategic recovery plan is exactly what I just said. This attack has not changed our long-term vision, but it obviously, made us pivot on some of the priorities. Right, the priority 2 weeks ago, or whenever we were in Antalya, was to continue to grow the business. We had a lovely event. We had so many wonderful leaders there. Really an excellent time to be sharing with everyone. But that's changed a little bit now, right? Now we need to fix what has gone wrong. We need to make everyone right, and we need to continue to build the future products that we have with a higher level of cybersecurity. So,
like, if cybersecurity wasn't one of your main priorities, like when you started this business, I don't know if we should be trusting you with the rest, Like that should have been like one of the number one thing here should have been cybersecurity. I'm just like, he's like, guys, we had a little oversight. We didn't think that we should have made everything secure. It's like, dude, come on. But then he's like, oh, it was such a crazy hack that they did on us. And I'm like, yeah. Can you stick to one story, please?
that this isn't going to happen again. So to move forward as quickly and as effectively as possible, the company is now advancing, as I mentioned prior, on 2 parallel strategic directions. And I'll be leading one of them. Andrew will be leading the other. And so our strategy combines the restoration, which to me is the most important thing, right? If we can't get that part of it right, we might as well not even move to the next one. So that's why I'm personally going to be leading that one. And
like, sir, that's how I feel about the cybersecurity of this at the start. If you couldn't get that right, can we just stop? Especially at this point, just saying. And they happen to know exactly when they were migrating to Web3, right? How did that happen? Was it someone on the inside? Like, could you explain? Because you mentioned bad actors, but I will give you, at least you're not like Ash Mufar in the sense that you all of a sudden start listing off names and blaming it on people. But people in this thing are still going to be speculating as to who are these bad actors? How did this happen that way? And then, like Chris said, like, how did they know when to do this and when that would be? And you didn't think this excuse through very well. Maybe you shouldn't have explained it so much. Maybe the slideshow was a bad idea. It's like one of those situations where talking more actually makes us believe you less, right? It's like if you would come out here and just said to everyone, guys, we were hacked. I am so sorry. We will make everything right. We are going to figure this all out, and we will, get back to you and let you know when everything's good to go again. And then you just left it at that. Like, we wouldn't be able to compare your story and tear it apart so easily. It was Muhammad Kamal again? Right. And Muhammad Nizal, they must be working together this time. Like, I will say, he hasn't named any names, but he still did suggest that it was a bad actor, which people will speculate. It's like when a creator comes out here and goes, I have drama with someone, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm just going to tell you the story and leave the name out. And then, like, everyone in the audience starts guessing the names in the comment section. it like that happened. So it's better to just shut your mouth if you're not willing to give up. Like, either be transparent or don't. Right? It's like they pretend to be transparent, but then they don't actually say anything. Right? Bad actors. No actor from Ukraine has won a competitive acting Oscar. That must be what he means.
Our strategy combines
Come
not
on!
only the restoration, but continued development of future ecosystems. So we want to get everyone who has money in the zoo spot back online, back whole. We want to get everyone in the EXI and ProBots back there.
It was honestly his host. And what's frustrating too is that, like, he would know that. But he's aware of what actually happened. But he's out here telling us, giving us Walt Disney story time, you know? Next, he'll say they have the highest ethics. That's right. Integrity, ethics, you know, all the above. Morals was brought up. Of course. He just needs to throw in a, God send me here to run this.
And we want to also have a Web3 decentralized technology that we can start to move to. So that's what we'll be doing. So just real briefly in recap there, the Nero development side will be handled by Andrew Isaacs. And this will focus on a couple different things. First of all, secure Web3 infrastructure, safe trading environment, a Nero DEX where we have control of our own decentralized exchange. There will be a new AI trading bot product, and I'll let Andrew talk about that in a call in the coming days. And then future ecosystem expansion. So that's really sort of the more forward-looking development side of things. But the damage control, the mitigation of what's happened is really going to be led by me, and I'm going to focus on restoring the existing ecosystem, supporting the community throughout every stage of the recovery process. And so this starts with a technical audit, which is happening right now. And could take a few more days. I can't give you guys an exact time frame as to when that will wrap up. But then the second part of that is recovering the affected assets, compensate the people that have been affected, and then continue to push our community, towards better communication, both from us and from the community, and as well as focus on regulatory compliance going forward. So these are sort of the two strategic parts that we have going on. This is the phased sort of recovery or roadmap, if you will. The first part of it, as I mentioned, is the audit and the investigation. We currently are doing that, both internal, external. I'm leading up the audit, but the investigation is being done by external crypto investigation companies, basically. So a comprehensive technical and security audit, going to determine the full scope of the incident. We don't have that completely yet. We thought we did, but there are a couple other things that we weren't seeing. Identify all affected assets, users, and systems. That's a really critical part of this. And then finalize the recovery and compensation strategy. And once we do that, then we'll announce that to you guys. And that's phase two is the recovery and compensation strategy, whereby we'll keep the community informed, as much as we can. Every couple of days, you'll probably be hearing from me or Andrew or Shane or someone to give you guys an update on where we're at and what's happening.
I feel like he's trying to overload us with the information about this recovery right now. It's just very, very detailed. And like, think about it. You're in this MLM company. Do you really need to know every single step like this of the whole recovery? Like, maybe you would after something like this happened, but I don't know. It's just doesn't sit right with me because we already know what happened, I guess. Hindsight is 2020. An ethical, moral company, right?
But restoring those user balances
with lots of integrity
is really the key for us. Whether those funds were taken through the hack, whether those funds have gone offline because we brought down the rest of the system, which is the case of the EXAI bot or the Zeus bot, rest assured that those balances are all there. We're not, there's nothing funny is happening with that stuff. We just brought it down because we didn't want there to be any other compromises to anything else. So
yeah, I don't believe nothing funny is happening with that stuff.
Implement a fair and transparent compensation framework, and then recover the compromised assets where possible. And then that will lead us to the relaunching of the platform. So we want to complete the transition to a new secure Web3 infrastructure. We want to restore all the old platform services, but in stages. We want to verify that the system is operating with a very highest
Okay.
integrity. So we'll be doing some
Integrity.
penetration testing. We'll be, going with Certic. We'll be going with Hacken. We'll be doing all sorts of things to ensure, a different level and a more complete level of
The FBI is actually right. A lot of people think that it's untraceable, but all of the wallets tend to be public, and it's very easy for us to track money from wallet to wallet to wallet, as we've done in the past, right? That's how we've done some of our best investigations into like BG wealth sharing and things like this, right? Is by looking at the wallets, just us. We're not even the FBI. We're just investigative journalists here on interwebs. And we've been doing this for like 6-7 years, so we know how to do it now. But it is actually true. Like, offshore accounts are something that we can't have any access to. And the FBI has to go through a whole bunch of shit with banks in offshore, right? Which can be very, very difficult. So yeah, the FBI can literally go just like I can, and Danny can, and Crypto G can, and Susie can, and go and just look up the wallets. Bob has a great time going and looking up GitHubs and wallets too. That's like how we do a lot of this investigation, and then it will tell us, oftentimes it will lead us to the main few wallets. And it is easier for the FBI to get the information as to who owns those wallets as well than it is for them to get information about offshore things. Because even in some other countries and stuff, you have to ask permission to even go there to investigate it. And if the FBI wants to, sometimes they say no. They're like, no, you can't. Which is kind of why even SEC, in the case in On Passive, asked Ash Mufareh if he would help them recover the stuff in Dubai. Because sometimes it's just better if they do it. Because the feds going and trying to do it causes a whole bunch of other paperwork and other issues and shit. So it's better if you're just like, okay, listen, can you just get us the fucking funds? Thanks. You know? Like, investigating these things can be very frustrating at times. And I'm sure that the FBI also gets frustrated.
Security there. And then the fourth phase is the full operations will resume. So this will be normal business operations. We'll continue to expand the ecosystem, part of the plans that we've already had, and we'll resume normal platform functionality. And this will help us focus on long-term growth and innovation and continue to expand our ecosystem.
Course.
So building the future together for more than 3 years. And this is just kind of me wrapping up here, but I think, I've been here 1.5 years, almost 2 years. And what we've seen in this time is an amazing company growing in amazing strides. And
do you guys think that he takes questions at the end? Let me know in the comments if you think that he'll let people ask questions.
We now have the opportunity to continue to grow through a very difficult period, through a very difficult challenge.
Also, I did a poll. Make sure you did the poll. I'm going to check it at the end here.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So we've had stable products up until now. We've had uninterrupted operations. And this is our opportunity to build sustainable future, continue to keep this sustainable, and continue to have income for those who are building the business and part of this. So this incident does not change anything that we've built or where we're going or what we're going to continue to build. The vision is still there. My sort of goals are still there. My ability to meet my own personal goals is still
we
there
know,
with,
bud.
with 1,000 millionaires and with some of the other sort of metrics that I'm trying to hit. But I feel like we still have a good shot at doing this, and I feel like we can 10x this company once we get these things solved and figured out. And I'm actually glad.
That's actually a thing in MLMs, Chris. The MLMs loved me because I have a story. And if you have a past with like trauma and you have a struggle story in your background, they ask you if you can just kind of tweak it a little bit right? And make it so that you were struggling until you were in the MLM, and then the MLM saved you. Equally, cults and MLMs will create a struggle that everyone goes through together in order to, say, we got through this together, right? It makes the group more trauma bonded, more tight knit. Like they all overcame something very, very difficult. Like one of the things in NXIVM about the branding ritual was the girls, if you ever watched the documentary or you watched my coverage on it, one of the things that they said was that it was like as if they had accomplished something after they lived through that. Like they got branded, burned on their skin, went through severe pain for like half an hour. The thing was put on them. And at the end, instead of being upset or being like, oh my God, what the fuck did I just do? They described feeling like, oh my God, yes, I just like overcame this thing. And it was because the cult it brainwashes you to, think that struggle is good for you and that you almost need to struggle in order to become strong. And you're weak if you can't overcome whatever they put in front of you, right? Especially in like more culty things like NXIVM, Scientology uses that, right? So it is a thing in MLMs as well. And they even tell you to do it with your why, your stories.
This did happen a year.
I never did, by the way, because it would have made no sense. Okay. Well, all of my struggles that I was in happened before I was with my husband. Then I was with my husband for a while before I joined an MLM, and it just, how am I supposed to rewrite? You know me, I can't rewrite anything like that. That shit bothers me.
Or two from now, because it could have been.
It happened. Even if it sucked, it happened the way it happened. But yeah, no, it's a big problem. Like even this here at the bottom, look at this bold part here on this slide. We have overcome challenges before, and we will overcome this one together. We are fully committed to restoring Orem and emerging stronger than ever. You see what I mean? It's like the same sort of thing, right? It bonds them as a group. Now they can get through anything as long as they stick together, kind of bullshit,
And much larger, and this gives us sort of a wake-up call, and the ability to continue to build a strong business. So our commitment is this: recover, restore, support, strengthen, and build. Those are the 5 sort of things there, and you can see those in the bullet points there. But we want to complete the recovery phase. We want to restore the platform and get back to normal operations. We want to support all the partners that have been affected by this. And I understand, I had a small business many, many years ago. And if something would have happened to my small business, I would have freaked out as well. And this is a normal thing. But the people that are there fighting with you.
Interesting for you to be like, I had a small business, and if something happened to it, then I would have freaked. Like, do you not have this business now? Did something not just happen to it? You just spent all of this time, the past 25 minutes, trying to position yourself amongst the other members of this thing as someone that had like just had this happen to them. And now you're like separating yourself from it. It's weird. What are you doing? That was just weird the way you put that. Why did you do that? I don't like it. It seems manipulative now. You're all like, oh, and if I had a small business, I would be upset too. Like, it just sounds like you're saying it because you thought that would be a good thing to say in this moment. It's not actually how you feel. And why wouldn't you have gone with something more along the lines of like, I'm really upset about this too? Unless it's not really affecting you. Because you are aware of what's going on here. And that the Ukraine host seized the website. and everything attached to it, right? That's why I think it's interesting. It was almost like a Freudian slip. Like, he can't say he's upset about it right now because he's not. Because this isn't even what fucking happened. You've been lying to us for 26 minutes and 22 seconds so far, sir.
Next to you are the ones that are going to help you get this back. And so please consider yourself part of the team. Don't attack us for what's happened here. We did, none of us wanted this to happen, but now we're working really hard to get out of this, to get this behind us and to get past.
I just want to say, like, none of us are attacking you for what happens. I'm just calling you out on your bullshit. And we investigated everything to do with this. The whole thing was a sham. All right. And then on top of that, now you've done this stupid hacking bullshit when your site got seized. So, like, what? We're going to obviously be like, excuse me, what are you doing here, sir? As people that investigate these schemes. It's just, we got to tell the truth about what goes on. You should have tried it. It would have been, you could have still tried to spin it. I mean, Ashwood Bar still has followers, and the SEC shut them down and gave them an 8-year director's bar. I'm sorry to believe that there is nothing that people won't believe without evidence at this point, all right? People can just say things and everyone will be like, that sounds true, I'll believe it, without having to see any kind of evidence. It's ridiculous. So, like, Jesus Christ. Why didn't you just tell them? Like, look, we fucked up, we did something, and then they seized the website. This hacker story. Jesus Christ. And what a story. We have a whole slideshow to go with it, damn it.
This in the right way, in a transparent way, in a way that everyone is taken care of. So that will give us, a huge amount of sort of momentum in the recovery if we can support our partners in the right way. And that's sort of my number one focus here, is how can we help the partners that have been affected, and how can we get everyone else back online as soon as possible. And then we can continue to strengthen the Orem ecosystem and continue to build. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's a saying that is older than me, older than time. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We didn't get it perfectly right over the last couple of weeks, but that gives us a chance to go back to the drawing board, to take these learnings and to make a better product, a better company, a better ecosystem. So we have overcome challenges before. There have been, hiccups and bumps in the road, none like this, but we will overcome this one also. And we're committed to restoring Orem and emerging stronger than ever. And so that's my message to everyone. I just want everyone to rest assured that I won't rest. I might sleep every now and again, but I won't rest until this process is completed and everyone is made whole. So thank you. The next phase of development is to ensure the recovery efforts. And again, a lot of this is redundant, but alongside the recovery process, a dedicated development team is building the next generation, and this is led by Andrew. And their current priorities are securing the Web3 infrastructure to be able to launch again, the new website, since our old one was compromised, and we
let's fix everything first before we talk about what's coming up, Then he'll never sleep again, right?
Don't control it anymore. Enhanced security architecture, a new AI trading bot that people can start to use if they'd like, and then future ecosystem products and long-term ecosystem growth. Just so you're aware, take a screenshot of this. The new official Neuro website is neurolabs.io. This is the only place where we would like you to get information. If you're going to the old website, the hackers know that you're coming and are waiting for you. So please don't nothing from the old website anymore. Use Neuro Labs. This is our official communication channel. It'll be for verified information, for product updates, and for future announcements. Now, the AI trading bot, I don't want to go into this too deeply. We're working on a new product that can hook up to DEX, so probably PancakeSwap or Hyperliquid. Be fully transparent, but the funds will not be hooked to the wallet like this. And so we're trying to make something that's going to work really well, that people will love to use. But again, this is not the priority that I have right now. The priority is first recovery, making people whole, compensating, and then getting on to opening up the products and services, and then continuing to build from there new ones. So following the launch, the bot will continue to evolve as part of the broader Nero ecosystem, and it's sort of the direction that we're taking the trading products. So the company's long-term
Got Al
strategy
on
is
there.
build for the future, and that's not changed. So that's, sort of two-part here: platform recovery and continuing our innovation. So the recovery efforts remain immediate priority. They're happening 24/7 in real time. That's something that we're not going to rest until that part of it's done. The developing of the next generation ecosystem continues in parallel as well. And this approach allows the company to restore the platform operations in the shortest amount of time, but in the safest way possible, strengthen the infrastructure, complete the Web3 transition, deliver new ecosystem products, and support long-term sustainable growth. And that's really what we're all about over here at Orem, and that's what we're going to continue to drive forward and to build. So recovery and innovation move forward together to build a stronger Orem ecosystem. And in closing, this is my final sort of words to you guys today. Again, I will be coming back on Monday to give you guys an update, to share some more information, to share some more steps. But
let me know if you want me to cover that, and if you want to start covering this one more in future or not.
This is something that I've learned throughout my careers is challenges are always going to be there. And, people show themselves different ways when things are really good and easy and when things are really difficult and hard and challenging.
Oh, do they ever, sir? Do they ever? Like you are right now.
And I believe that if you look around the room, the people that are still here, that are still fighting to make Orem, a financial juggernaut, a powerhouse, a unicorn, a fintech unicorn, which is something we've always talked about. Those are the people that will take these challenges, will make Orem better, and continue down the road. There's a lot of people that will think, oh, Orem's done. Or, oh, look, I told you this was this and that and the other. But none of that stuff matters, because the people that are really building this right now, you guys, the leaders of the leaders, the people that are bringing in their family, their friends, you guys continue to have confidence in me, in the company, and in what it is that we're building. And so I'm confident that Orem will emerge from this even stronger than we are before. Stronger infrastructure, better security, a better foundation for us to grow to where we want to get to. And so that's my message to you guys. I wish I had a little bit better message of hope, but I think this is the message that needs to happen today is one of hope, but tempered with hard work and with all of the things that need to be done to get us there, right? And so we all have this vision of where we want to get to and where we want to be, and we've written them down. But now is the time when we prove that vision to ourselves, to our peers, to the people in our network, the people in our families, the people above us, below us, next to us, right? I really thank everyone here for coming on this call, for the trust that you have in me. I hope I can continue to earn that trust. I hope I can show you guys over the coming days and weeks exactly what kind of person I am personally, what kind of company you are with here at Orem.
I know he talked he talks for over 34 minutes and doesn't even really explain how the security will get better. But he explains all the plans to gain your trust back again. Thank you, everyone, for doing the poll. It is closed now. I will tell you the results at the end of this. You have to just trust him. I know.
And we're not planning on going anywhere anytime soon. We are here for the long haul. And what we're building is to bring better lives and better futures to all the people on this call, to all the people in the Orem family, and to all those people out there that haven't heard about Orem yet. But could really use something like Orem. And so thank you for your trust. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your continued support. That's all from me from this side. And I want to thank everyone. And we'll be in touch with you shortly. Please follow the official channels only to get the information. That would be the Nero spot.
No, follow me instead and Danny instead to get the information. We have the truth.
That would be the Telegram official English channel and all of the other official ones. And so thank you very much. A lot of hard work to do here. We take this very seriously, and I'm committed to making sure that we get out of this in the right way and that everyone is made whole and we can move forward. So thank you, and have a wonderful weekend to everyone, and we'll be in touch very shortly. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, yeah. That, how was that? That's, how that went and how that was explained. So, just a bunch of bullshit. And just lists of ways that they plan on regaining your trust, basically, and keeping you around. But nothing's really going on. That electrical outlook looks like it's an Arab country. Bye! That's right. So, obviously, their website was seized, as I showed you before we watched the video. And so, all of that is bullshit. They didn't have bad actors. They didn't get hacked. But, don't worry. They're going to fix the cybersecurity now. And it's kind of a funny excuse to me, because, again, I'm kind of like, well, why would you be like, yeah, come do all of this trading and connect your wallets to us, but we were hacked, guys. Like, you have come up with a better excuse. I would trust you more if you were not in a non-extraditable country. Yeah. So, now you guys are completely up to date with everything that's going on with Aurum and their hacking scandal, and we all just have to kind of see how it goes. Let me know if you want to know what was said today and what will happen to this in future. We did a poll. Yes, we did a poll during this amazing stream that I've been doing, which I hope you've all found incredibly fun, where we did a segment where we went through r/anti MLM. So I wanted to ask my audience, when do you visit the r/anti MLM subreddit? And I have some trolls on my ass right now. I'm pretty sure they came and voted. They said never, 40%. Oh, some of you probably don't. That's absolutely fine. 27% of you said once a month or less. 20% of you said about once a week. And 13% of you said daily, love it there. You got 15 votes. Woo! I'm so popular. So, that was a joke, by the way, for the people that don't understand that I like comedy. Once a week. Yes, I was going to say, I visit the subreddit myself about once a week, usually on MLM Monday. Yeah, or over the weekend before MLM Monday, if I'm like, I wonder if the subreddit has any good posts that I can use for MLM Monday. That happens sometimes too. But I usually go there about once a week. So if you're wondering, I hang out there about once a week. And I've posted some things there in the past. Great time over there. I highly recommend checking it out. I will leave you a link to it. Anti MLM subreddit. So that you can go and check it out for yourself. You can tell them I sent you. Here you go, r/anti MLM. So you can just click that link, go and check it out. But I think it would be cool if, every month or so we try to do one of these MLM Mondays where we go through a few different topics. Then we can pop off some small topics and whatnot, go through the subreddit, have some fun. Will he have more lives, or is this the last time we see him talking about Aurum? Good question. Said that he would have a live today. When I get off of here, I'm going to find out whether or not he did. And we'll just have to see. And I will let you know. And I might even do a poll, ask you guys if you want an update or not. Or if you're just good just laughing about how this thing was hacked. And I don't know. But I will probably let you know if they're back up and running in a little bit or whatnot. Because it would feel weird to just kind of end it here, to be honest. But thank you, everyone. That is all I have for you today. I've been going live for almost 2 hours and 40 minutes. I think that is suffice. An update would be nice. All right, Joe, I will give you one. I hope that all of you have a wonderful, amazing rest of your MLM Monday. Make sure that you go and support some of my fellow multi-level marketing creators. Make sure that you check out my community tab where I post up all kinds of cult stuff and MLM updates. And this week we are going to be doing Healing After Coercive Control, which might be every couple weeks for a little bit. So bear with me. I'll let you know. But thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And I will see you all really, really soon with another one. And I'm almost done the Shiva files. It should be up real soon. And I have a bunch of other fun things like Love Is One update and whatnot. So, stick around. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you all when I see you next. Happy MLM Monday! I love all your faces! Okay, bye! Think of joining our members, all of the beautiful people too, and you don't want to be an ugly bitch like me. I'll see you soon. Good night.